Good evening. Legislators are discussing this evening whether or not to approve funding for the Old Age Living Allowance Scheme. About 400,000 elderly people will be entitled to $2,200 a month if the funding goes ahead. But as Diane To reports, politics may be in the way.
The $2,200 a month Old Age Living Allowance will be paid to qualified senior citizens retrospectively from the beginning of October if the LegCo Finance Committee says yes to the funding. Speaking before this morning's Executive Council meeting, Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying said should legislators say no tonight, the government procedures involved will be dragged and elderly people entitled to the money will have to wait longer. He reiterated that his government will not budge, even though political parties voted to abort the proposal last Friday. This evening, the Chief Secretary for Administration made another rallying call.
Today is perhaps the last day within this month that we have this opportunity to approve the funding application so that all the planned work could proceed with a view that we'll be able to receive applications from March next year.
Of the 69 Finance Committee members, about 30 are in favour of the government and around 24 are against. The Democratic Alliance for the Betterment and Progress of Hong Kong, which holds 11 votes, conducted a phone survey and found that 80% of those interviewed support the allowance.
Most of them support such a scheme, although there are some discrepancy between the asset assessment and mean test. So based on the support of people, DAB will vote for approval.
The Liberal Party has 4 votes. Its members are going to abstain. Those who oppose the funding, like Leung Kwok Hong, accuse the government of ignoring public opinion against asset declaration. He said he may stage a filibuster, although that may not be necessary because there are so many questions scheduled to be discussed. The Federation of Trade Unions has yet to decide which way their 6 votes will swing, and there are others who have yet to decide.
Of course, I welcome and support government have some policy to take care of the more old people. But on the other hand, I also worry about the discrepancy of the policy will make less people get the benefit. So I'm now in the dilemma position,
Finance Committee Chairman Tommy Cheung said there is a chance the vote might not happen within the scheduled 4 hours. He said depending on the situation, he may hold a vote to see if members are willing to extend the meeting into the late hours of the night. As long as there are more votes supporting the scheme than those opposing it, the Old Age Living Allowance proposal will be passed, which means lawmakers who abstain instead of actively voting against it are in fact paving the way for the government to win. Diane To, TVB News.